A group of protesters have stormed the Lagos State House of Assembly to demand that a stop be put to the alleged impeachment moves against the governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode. The group, under the aegis of the Lagos People's Assembly, said the governor, Akinwumi Ambode, has done well and should be allowed to finish his term in office. A member of the House, Sania Agunbiade, who spoke to the protesters, assured of the House commitment to a greater Lagos while calling for calm.
Are here today to appeal to our house, that they should please, in the spirit of one love, that we should drop the process of impeaching Governor Akinwumi Ambode. We don't want the political robbers to take over Lagos. We believe in this house. We believe in the strength of this house. Things should be done accordingly. That's all we're doing. Legislators perform the function of lawmaking, oversight, and sundry other issues. And we must make sure that laws are passed, particularly the grand norm of the country, the constitution must be upheld. That's why we are elected. At one time or the other, some things will be done that will appear to some people as not being proper because they don't have perfect understanding of it. And when you listen to them, they have their complaints, then you realize at the end of the day, it's in the overall interest of the people of Lagos State and of course.
The Ogun State ADC governorship candidate Boyega Isiaka has raised alarm over an alleged plant by members of the opposition parties in the state to compromise and manipulate process for the March 2nd governorship election. Speaking at a press briefing held at the party's campaign organization secretariat in Abeokuta, the state capital, he also alleged that the opposition parties have concluded plans to unleash thugs to precipitate violence in many polling booths. Isiaka therefore appealed to his supporters to remain calm and challenge security operatives and the INEC officials not to lend themselves to the alleged sinister plot to destabilize the electoral process.
And on behalf of our party, raise an alarm about the clandestine and well-orchestrated plan by known opposition political parties to manipulate the March 2nd, 2019 gubernatorial election. In the last few weeks, we have been inundated with unimpeachable information and security reports about the grand plot by this element to deliberately compromise that election. They have hatched 4 different rigging plans, one of which we shall highlight here, while the other 3 shall be withheld for exclusive counter-action.
You're still watching CoreTV News on the Hub. We will take a break and in return with more stories, so join us.
In 2018,
if you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you go sell this one?
I will free give you 500.
Sure, this one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it.
He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The majority of the law they pass belongs to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change up. Let's change generally.
Welcome back. For more news updates and other information, you can join us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, facebook.com/CoreTV News. On Twitter at CoreTV News NG. On Instagram, CoreTV News. And on YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV News NG. The Pan-Yoruba Socio-Cultural Group, Afenifere, led by Ayo Fasomi, has declared support for the re-election of Muhammadu Buhari, Yemi Osinbajo, and other All Progressive Congress candidates. Rising from the Pan-Yoruba Summit held at the International Conference Center, University of Ibadan, a cross-section of Yoruba leaders and other speakers at the event declared that the Yoruba race would vote massively for the president come February 16, 2019. Olasukomi Ogumoko has more on this report.
Rising from the summit, leaders of the group, Senator Ayo Fasami, Senator B. Durojaye, and others admitted that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari has blessed the people of the region in so many ways, hence the need for continuity. Senator Fasami, in his opening remark, and Senator B. Durojaye, who moved the motion for the adoption of President Muhammadu Buhari and Osinbajo as candidates of the group, vowed to mobilize electorates in the region to vote en masse for the ruling All Progressives Congress.
These are the messages that have brought this time. And by the grace of God, come February 16th or 18th, come March 2nd, we shall overcome.
I, Senator Olabi Durojaye, on behalf of the entire members of Afenifere Ẹgbẹ́ Ìlọsíwájú Yorùbá, move a motion that we, the people of Southwest Nigeria and environs, and all Yoruba everywhere, make male and female, young and old, believers and others, go all out to support and vote for all the candidates of the APC.
In their remarks at the summit, some of the Southwest governors, represented by their deputies, lauded the initiative of the Pan-Yoruba group, adding that all Nigerians must be united and vote for continuity and progress come February 16, 2019.
We are in support of the last speaker. We met with our leader, Asiwaju Tinubu, and all the ministers associated are the decisions of those of us who are supporters of Afenifere, who are supporters of Buhari. We're going to have a true Nigeria, a true federalism, whereby every state will cater for.
All of us from the Southwest are Omoluabis. We have always demonstrated that we are all Omoluabis, especially in the conduct of our elections, particularly the one that we had in 2015 and the one we are going to have come February 16, 2019.
Prospects and challenges. Undoubtedly, the clamor for restructuring, especially now, has become more stringent. As the date for the election closes on us, the dominant issue remains restructuring, that the federal government cannot afford to close its ears to see it as a mere noise in the marketplace.
This message is pure true federalism, division of powers, land use, resource control, and that everybody should come out. As you know that there are only 3 elections of governors in Southwest. There are no elections in Ondo, in Osun, and Ekiti. As a result, there's a tendency at that despondency of low turnout in those areas and by extension in many areas. So Ashwaju is now appealing to all Yorubas and in all the environments and everywhere to please come out, because it's the only way you can have as tools of negotiation.
The motion for the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari and Yemi Osinbajo was supported by all the state chairmen of Afenifere in the southwest and people present at the summit. Responding to the gesture, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo disclosed that the present administration premised its agenda on infrastructural development and emancipation of the poor masses, adding that the Buhari government would continue to promote the interest of the southwest region.
But we are also a part of this federation who deserve whatever it is that anybody else gets in the federation. And for that reason, we deserve to be at the center, or should be at the center. Today we have the good fortune through the APC of being at the center. We must not take this lightly. It means that we have a strong voice in the federal government, and there are unique advantages. Aside from having the Vice President of the Federation being from this region, we have the Minister of Power Works and Housing.
Delivering a lecture of restructuring for harmonious and optical economic development, Senator Olubunmi Adetumbi emphasized the need for the change of the current political power model of states management, while the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo urged the people to seek for proper understanding and meaning of restructuring.
In my view, to achieve the sustainability of the current economic reform, there is need to embark on deliberate constitutional restructuring that gives state governments more powers, more resources, and further independence to enable them create jobs and focus more on human livelihoods. Though we cannot be in denial of people's preferences for their ethnic proclivities, yet we must consciously promote a new narrative that elevates the subject of restructuring from the emotive discourse into the higher realm of logic, common sense, and critical evidence.
I don't think there should be too much argument about the importance of restructuring, especially where it means deeper fiscal federalism, more control over resources, and autonomy of states, including more control over security through the instrumentality of the state police. In plainer words, we need stronger states. What does the concept of a strong state mean? It means two things. The first is that states must do for themselves. Each of our states must be able to function creatively as independent, administrative, and well-producing economic entities.
A high point of the event was the presentation of motion of re-election to Vice President Yemi Osinbajo by Senator B. Durojaye.
The Court of Appeal in Abuja has dismissed an application filed by the suspended Chief Justice of Nigeria, Wotu Enogen, asking for a stay of proceedings on his ongoing trial at the Code of Conduct Tribunal. A three-man panel of the appellate court, led by Justice Abdul Aboki, in a ruling relied on Section 306 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, says that a stay cannot be entertained in a criminal matter. Judiciary correspondent Basiru Kafo completes the story.
Battle Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onoge, had approached the Court of Appeal in Abuja seeking for stay of proceedings on his ongoing trial at the Code of Conduct Tribunal in the alleged false access declaration charges brought against him by the federal government. In a unanimous decision by a three-man panel of the appellate court, in a ruling delivered by Justice Abdul Aboki, held that Onoge's demands that his trial should be put on hold runs contrary to the provisions of Section 306 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015. Justice Aboki, who read the lead ruling, cited the case of Senate President Bukola Saraki, in which Justice Onoge himself at the Supreme Court declined to stay Saraki's trial on the same grounds that Sections 306 of the new law did not permit a stay of criminal trials. According to him, there were no special circumstances in which Onoge's request would be granted in the appeal argued by his counsel, Wole Olanipekun. In the ruling, the panel aligned with the respondent counsel, saying that the suspended CJN request for stay of proceedings ought to be refused. The court accordingly dismissed the appeal seeking to stop the CCT from taking further steps in the 6-count criminal charges filed against him. Effort made to get the reactions of the counsel in the suit was not successful.
When he comes, he will speak to you.
Okay, but just your views on the ruling.
The court has now adjourned till February 4 to hear another Onoge's appeal challenging the jurisdiction of CCT to continue with the trial. Basil Okafor, CoreTV News, Abuja.
Still eyed on CoreTV News on the hour. Let's take a moment and then we return with more stories. Join us again.
If you are not idle, nobody will probably come and encourage you to join their gang or the group.
Yes. To keep Nigeria one is a must that must be done. Nigeria is not going to break.
So if I want to buy this one now, how much you sell this one?
I will give you 500.
Sure? This one?
Yes.
This small banana?
Yes.
I know that Buhari can do it. He has a lot of plans.
We should be praying for him. He's a human being. Anything can happen to anybody.
The authority of the law they pass belongs to them, to favor them, not the masses in Nigeria.
If we want to change, let's change generally. Don't let's change half. Let's change generally.
The people giving voice to the voiceless. You can now watch CoreTV News live from.
Welcome back. Moving down to the foreign scene. Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt says extra time may be needed to finalize legislation for Brexit. Hunt said a possible delay in the UK's departure from the EU beyond the 29 March deadline depended on the progress made in the coming weeks. MPs have voted for Theresa May to seek alternative arrangements to the Irish backstop after rejecting a Brexit deal earlier this month. But the EU has rejected the UK's calls to renegotiate the withdrawal deal. The UK is due to leave the European Union at 2300 hours on 29 March. The backstop is an insurance policy to stop the return of checks on goods and people along the Northern Ireland border. Earlier this month, Commons leader Andre Litsim said that the EU may be prepared to grant the UK a couple of extra weeks beyond the 29 March deadline to finalize preparations for Brexit. And that's it on CoreTV News. On the hour, I'm Kemi Omoshibi. Many thanks for joining us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
Hello and welcome to CoreTV Primetime News Broadcast.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
Choose the kind of leaders that will give Nigerians hope.
More than 80 million electorates scattered all over the nooks and crannies of the 36 states of Nigeria.
I thank you for staying committed to the change agenda.
CoreTV News targets electorates that will decide who governs Nigeria from next year.
I cannot do it alone. I need your support and I need your participation.
CoreTV News is very popular in the grassroots and it's free to air. You don't need any monthly subscription to receive us. We are confident that running your campaigns on CoreTV News guarantees you much better mileage among the largest population of your target audience. Transmit your campaigns live from anywhere in Nigeria on CoreTV News.
Put the right people in the right places.
Our rates are affordable. Our signals are strong. We're live on channel 748 on the the digital terrestrial platform in Abuja, Kaduna, Osogbo, Enugu, Jos, Ilorin, Asaba, and free-to-air in 29 other states of Nigeria. Call 0803-724-9733 or 0803-471-8550 for details. CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Democracy allows for fair hearing. This is reckless. This is ungodly.
When news break, we engage experts in critical analysis.
Do you see your party coming into power come 2019?
This administration will succeed and succeed well.
You cannot be running a 4-year tenure like you are running a 20-year tenure.
He has done fairly well, especially where insurgency and terrorism is concerned.
Then it gets controversial.
They have the right to their opinion. Can we, very interesting gentlemen, just hold on.
I am about principle and I am about thought.
Now, you see, let me say this.
So that our soldiers will be free. We should also ask for justification.
Core Digest, your #1 program for current issues.